You are about to meet twins who were raised apart, yet still lived identical lives. This video is a proof that humans can have a supernatural connection. Let's begin with the fascinating story of James Lewis and James Springer, both nicknamed Jim.
Identical twins who've been raised separately apparently are very rare. Only 78 cases in the whole world.
They lived apart all the way until they turned 39 and met each other. What you're about to hear are their lives they both lived without knowing the other one existed. When they were kids, they both named their dog Toy. They both grew up with brothers named Larry. They had the same bad habit of biting their nails. They smoked the same brand of cigarettes. They drove Chevrolet cars and they worked almost the same jobs. Some may say these are just coincidences. But how would they explain the fact that they also had the same love lives? Both Jims were first married to women named Linda. They both got divorced, so both of them remarried, and this time their second wives were both named Betty. One Jim named his first son James Allen, while the other Jim's first son is named James Allen with double L.
That's a strange feeling. Sure it is.
Same jobs, same habits, same hobbies, same tastes. That is a supernatural human connection, and I have a lot more for you. Next are Amanda Dunnford and Katie Bennett, twins born in South Korea who got separated and then adopted by American parents. It all began when their supernatural connection led them to taking a DNA test at the same company. Katie discovered Amanda and the coincidences shocked them.
I just remember feeling her hair and feeling like, oh, this feels like my hair. This feels like I'm hugging myself.
Katie always wished for a horse and Amanda grew up with horses. They both failed algebra in the same year in high school and they both failed their driver's license tests on the first try. But if that is too common for you, they both have the same quirks. They both eat really fast and take exactly 3 sheets of tissue in the restroom. They are incredibly similar in many habits.
And I'm just so glad that I can physically see you instead of look at a mirror and think this is what you look like.
That is some twin tuition. And here is yet another story of that. Gerald and Mark, who both worked as firefighters without knowing of each other's existence. They grew up in different families until a friend introduced them to each other.
Never been meeting him before, our lives were the same.
Gerald and Mark have the same laugh, hold their beer the same way,
Pinky underneath, always.
and love watching the same types of movies on Monday mornings.
Three Stooges, Laurel and Hardy, John Wayne movies.
They finally met at age 31.
Are all of these just incredible coincidences? Or perhaps humans can have a supernatural telepathy that science cannot explain? Whatever it is, I am confident that we as humans are all connected. And the world would be better if we all believed in that. We would do more good knowing our every action affects someone else. We would struggle less knowing other people go through the same life issues. And finally, we would avoid spreading hate knowing that when we hurt somebody, in the end it's like we hurt ourselves. Because Nightfall, for us to see how we are all connected, we don't really need the supernatural power of telepathy. Instead, all we need is the power of empathy.